All right, guys. Your first guest tonight, he is the host of the F.A.N show. New episodes every Monday and Thursday. I believe I should probably know that. He's one of the kings of the battle bot realm. We're going to talk about all sorts of things. Please give it up for Richard Tiemann, everyone. Belt. Bringing the champion. Do we have to wrestle for that now?
I mean, we can if you want.
All right, I'll take my pants off. I'll take my pants off. Oh, wait, sorry.
Strictly so that people recognize me, because it's as if I'm Clark Kent without it. And I'm not saying that the belt makes me Superman, but I'm just saying that if DC needs its next superhero, and they call me into their office and they ask me, well, what's your superpower? I don't have that yet, but I do have my secret identity. They're like, well, what's that? Watch.
Belt.
And I take it off, they're like, whoa, like it's the glasses for Clark Kent is this.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my life.
Does Superman have a belt even?
No.
Yeah, how do those pants stay
Just
out?
underwear.
Just Batman's the guy with the belt, right?
Yes, utility belt.
All right, there you go. You're kind of a comic book guy, right? I think we talked about this before.
A little bit, yeah.
Didn't you just do the comic book convention, which was it in Idaho?
Yeah, I did Lilac City Comic Con. Or Lake City Comic Con.
Lake City.
Was the official.
Rivalry of Lilac City.
Yeah, we have Lilac City, and this was the first ever Lake City Comic Con, and it went great.
Yeah.
I mean, from my perspective, I haven't been to a lot of cons before, but I attended. I told Nathan O'Brien, the founder, I said, hey, I'd like to be a part of it. He's, of course, all for it. The more exposure, the better. But anytime that you can get people out and about to experience something new, local or nationally or what have you, and then you have guests and just get people excited even for a day.
Yeah.
So I think it went well.
Yeah, there you go. Stop trying to screw them. Who cares about it? No, they're fine. They're good neighbors. We love them. Let's talk about you. You host a show called the F.A.N show, and you've been doing it for how long?
3 years now.
3 years. And I was looking today, 300 some episodes in, or yet?
Yeah, I think the exact number this week will be episode 374.
374. Pretty impressive, right, guys? Yeah. How many, it's every Monday and Thursday, is that right?
No, it was every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday.
That was way off.
It's okay, I wasn't going to correct you in front of everybody, but you took the lead on that one. So, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Tuesday was kind of recap day, Thursday was preview day, and Wednesday was kind of whatever, but things have gotten so chaotic with school and everything else going on. And, we're getting into the holiday season where there's going to be Thanksgiving, Christmas, things that come up, we're going to travel, and so I might just throw together some best of episodes and just do those. So I put it down to just Wednesday, finish out the rest of the year, which I'm happy to be here as part of the way to close out my 2018. So, I started it off never thinking I would be nominated for an award, and I won one in February, and then here I am never thinking I'd be on a show like this, and I'm sitting next to you.
Well, I just happen to have an award for it. So how did the F.A.N show start? 3 years, that's a long time dedicated. You've come a long way. So, some of the things you've done stuff with BattleBots, you've done stuff with the Arena Football League. Tell us about that.
So, the story, the origin story, as I call it, I've told it so many times.
Every superhero has an origin story.
Yeah, every superhero has one. Might as well have one too. And it's the craziest thing. I was at 10-year high school reunion, and my buddy, who we all thought was going to be like that guy from this area that was going to go on to be like the next, Peyton Manning or whatever. And he chose a different path, and he's a financial advisor now. We were talking sports, and he 20 minutes later, it's just like, how are you not one of those analysts? And I despised analysts at that time, and I was like, no, that's not my path. He's like, well, podcasts are the thing right now. He's like, why don't you try a podcast? So my wife and I talked about it, bought a podcast kit on Amazon, not through Sirius, Amazon. And then I recorded weekly episodes and just talked about whatever. Obviously the emphasis was football, but since then it's blossomed into so many different things. My first special guest, celebrity guest, was Steve Rannazzisi, who played Kevin on The League, and that was the perfect guest for me. It helped me cover football, fantasy football, and it was just in time for all of that, and branch out into pop culture too.
Did you tell him how you were in 9/11 also?
No, I did not. And it's funny, he owns up to that now, and I love him for it because he's still just a super nice guy.
Yeah. Are you guys familiar with that story? He claimed he was working for Merrill Lynch and was in the building when 9/11 happened. And then later he's like, yeah, that didn't fucking happen. So, it's a hard story to walk back. It's like, okay, what I really want to talk about is what you've done with BattleBots. Because BattleBots is, to me, one of the coolest things out there because people say children are our future, and that's bullshit. It's robots.
It's very true.
Absolutely true. Children are garbage.
100%.
Robots. I have an Alexa, and I mean, it's fine. Robots are great.
Yeah.
What have you done with BattleBots?
So the craziest thing, and this is what I mean when I said that the show has evolved into so many different things now. I have 6 divisions total, a sports one obviously, which is the main logo that you see everywhere. Then I have pop culture, wrestling, because I'm a huge wrestling fan, mechanics or robotics, which is BattleBots, outdoors, and music. And so everything has a home now, but I do, so it doesn't look so weird being like, oh, you talk to Hell's Bells in your sports podcast. No, they're into music now. But BattleBots, I was doing a show just like I normally do. I normally record them, and I had my guest on with me. It was a buddy of mine, and I had just seen a preview on TV for the new BattleBots season, and I stopped this midway through the show, and I said, dude, did you hear that BattleBots is back? Because it used to be on Comedy Central, and it was this gimmicky thing, but it was like, you know, UFC and robots collide. Yeah. And so we talked a good 20 minutes about BattleBots and how we remembered the Comedy Central days, and we were curious about like if they had changed much when it was on ABC and it's on Discovery now. I posted the episode, I tagged BattleBots and hashtagged it, and their referee, who's one of the co-creators, reached out to me through Twitter, and he's like, we don't have anybody of a podcast nature covering this. How would you like to have exclusive content? We can set up interviews with the cast and crew. And that's how I met Kenny Florian and Chris Rose when I was down there for the tapings this season when they finally got the thumbs up for a new one. But it has been just one of the craziest rides to come from the show.
Yeah. That's all you have to do is like hashtag and yeah. I tried that with YouPorn and they did a podcast. And like, no, sorry, buddy. I love that they have a referee in BattleBots, like inanimate objects fighting out. It's like a guy, and they'd be like, take it easy, okay? Robots, take it. Everyone's got families to go home to tonight. So with the fighting robots is such a crazy thing. I want to find like someone, like our founding fathers, and bring them to the current times. Not so they can fix like our fucked up political system, but only be like, look what we made. We got this robot with a sledgehammer, the other one shoots razor blades.
We got a Roomba with an axe that goes after another Roomba with an axe.
This is what we did with our freedom. Aren't you happy? You fought a war. I'm an asshole.
We could have saved so many lives if we did it this way in the north and south instead of the way you guys did it. That's right. Old school stuff.
Yeah. Are they fighting for freedom? Not really. $57.50 used Chili's gift card. So it's 2 for $29 on Tuesdays. So you get to do. So how often is the BattleBots podcast? How often do you evolve that?
So a lot of the content that I do goes with the season of whatever it is that I'm covering. So obviously, music and pop culture. Bohemian Rhapsody just came out, so this next episode we went and saw it at midnight Thursday. So I'll probably do a review of that. But I mean, there's a couple of concerts coming up.
I gotta ask you, you saw Bohemian Rhapsody? Did you like it?
I loved it.
Okay, question.
Question. Answer.
Was Freddie Mercury really gay?
Yeah.
Turns out he was. Okay. So, that's a hoax. I don't know. Can't believe anything we know here. Okay. I mean, you know, they can make anything up in movies. So now, coming to music, and then the American or the Arena Football League.
Yeah, so it's indoor football league, and there's a few different leagues that are indoor. And Spokane used to have one with the Shop, and then the Empire, and now the Nothing.
They're not around Shop.
No, they're not.
Oh man,
that's painful memory for some people, but you know, there's always tomorrow.
I never win, and that's probably partly responsible.
They needed you, Deece, and you failed them.
God, I just feel like if anyone could kick a football 17 yards, then I'm not as impressed. But,
to answer your question though about BattleBots, the season for me it ended when it's season ended on Discovery. I was down there for 3 days during their media days, and I did interviews in their pit area, and I would watch the fights, and then I recorded a bunch of interviews and segments, and then while the season was playing on, Discovery, because it's not like NFL, NBA, NHL, where the season's happening live, I would have scheduled guests, a lot of different pop builders, which they're all engineers and like really smart people. So they have like important day jobs. It's hard to schedule them.
I can barely use my toaster. I can't imagine making a death robot.
You could probably make one out of your toaster. It'd be interesting to see.
All I need is a full bathtub.
It's got visual you, I didn't lie. Now, here's to that.
Yeah, there you go. Whoa.
Just killing yourself in a bathtub. So you've progressed a lot in 3 years. That's a lot. It's happened for you over the years with the. Which is your favorite part of it, though?
The easy answer would be everything. But the sports is obviously still my strong suit, specifically football. So now that there's football season, I feel like there's so much to talk about, but it's such an oversaturated market. Like everyone and their mom has a podcast out of their grandma's basement, and they talk about whatever. But if you get people to listen, if you get people to actually tune in, and if you're professional, and if you have good production value and quality, they will talk about you more. And so this is the best season, but it's also my hardest season, just because there's so many other podcasts out there.
Sure. Like Social, I found new episodes at deececomedy.com. But besides that, all right, so you're a sports guy.
Yes.
I want to ask you some sports-related questions.
Awesome.
And let's see if you can get them right. Okay? Which one of these is not a sport? Cheese rolling, underwater hockey, no cheating.
Oh, sorry.
Vegetable chopping, chess boxing, or shin kicking?
I'm going to say underwater hockey, because there's a lot of Midwest states I could see doing the rest of those. Cheese rolling in Wisconsin, and shin kicking in like Nebraska. I don't know. There's a lot of funky stuff that goes on in that middle section of the U.S.
So you're going with underwater hockey?
Yes.
The answer is vegetable chopping. Not a sport. Not a sport. And they've never heard of vegetables in the Midwest either.
Then what is Hell's Kitchen? That's a competition. It's a sport.
That's barely a sport. That's a sport. It's more about reality. It's competition, not a sport.
Now I got to come to underwater hockey.
What martial art form? Which one of these is the only martial art form that originated in China? Kung Fu, Judo, Taekwondo, Ninjutsu, or Karate?
They all sound like they could come from there.
That's pretty racist.
It is. I said it. That's exactly why I said it. Let's get that out there, out of the way. I'm going to say karate.
Karate. The answer is Kung Fu. 0 for 2. All right. Next question, Richard. Which of these is considered the most dangerous sport? Rugby, cheerleading, baseball, cycling, or hockey?
Hockey.
You're going hockey. Remember that guy? That guy lost a nut cycling.
Does that ultimately spring it up to the top of the list? One instance?
I don't know if I've lost a nut in hockey, so it makes it the most dangerous one for me. The answer is cycling, actually. Cycling is considered the most dangerous sport out of those. Yeah. So, what is the most popular sport in the world? Cricket, basketball, table tennis, football, or boxing?
Wow, I thought soccer was going to be in there. I was going to go with soccer. So, we'll go with football.
That is the correct answer, football. One for 4.
The one I should know the answer to. Yeah.
1 for 4, yeah. No, 1 out of 4.
I'm his wife, I don't count.
I appreciate it.
I tried.
Shout out to her. Drink for her, whatever she wants. Cheap stuff, water it down.
Bottom shelf. Fine.
That's good. Friends don't let friends do that.
All right, so tell me where they can find your show and when.
So if you're a podcast person, then it's on all the major platforms, if I can say that right. Platforms, iTunes, SoundCloud, iHeartRadio, and Spotify. Just look up The Fan Show. Helps if you put the periods in between F, A, and N for football and nonsense. But you can, if you Google search The Fan Show, you'll find it. And then we're on all the major social media. So there is Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and even Snapchat. And for Instagram and Snapchat, it's The Fan Show. And if it's Twitter and Facebook, it is Fan Show Official. Right. Because The Fan Show was taken, even though those accounts haven't been active for like 10 years. What do you do?
So what are the things coming? Some of the things coming up you're looking forward to the most of the show?
So
you look forward to? Why sell elevator pitch on why these people should listen to your show every those days you said?
Well, obviously the NFL is officially at the midway point as of right now, and so if you guys like a lot of football talk, opinion, we're going to be doing a lot of that in the home stretch going into the playoffs. I'm also one of the media partners for College Gridiron Showcase, which will be happening the first week of January. It's going to have a lot of NFL free agents and college seniors who it's the first pro combine-like event of the year. And so I'll be down in Fort Worth, Texas covering that. So for you football fans, we've got plenty of stuff coming up. If you're a music nut, I'm going to be probably doing a collaboration with Everyone Loves a Villain, a local band here, and that's November 17th. And then we're working on something with the Spokane Symphony as well. They're going to be doing a Queen tribute concert at the end of January. But then, of course, we've got the holidays, so things are going to get a little bit quieted down. But then to start off the year, we've got a lot of fun stuff coming. And then, we'll be doing plenty with pop culture. Of course, the holiday season, there's a ton of movies that come out, so we'll be doing reviews of those. But there is something for everyone. Everyone is a fan of something, and we've got something for you, the fan.
There you go.
Fan show.
So let's see. NFL. I want to talk real quick about NFL. Who do you got? Who do you got in the Super Bowl?
Ooh, after the day.
And real quick, did the Rams win today?
No.
The Rams did not. And
Rams
I
lost.
And the fucking Bears.
Did they play this?
She's excited.
I'm so excited.
I like that. This happens.
All right. Security. The Rams lost. Okay, so it puts them at 1 or 8-1, right? 8-1.
Yes.
I called the Rams to go to the Super Bowl before the season even
I
started.
think you and I talked about
Yeah.
that. Yeah. I was like, okay, that's a safe pick.
Yeah.
You like to live your life that way. I
It's the
too
only safe thing I do.
like to live dangerously, and I think the Browns are going to mount an incredible comeback. But no, on a serious note, the Saints beat the Rams
I picked
today.
the Oilers.
And I picked the Saints to beat the Rams today. And so
All right.
I only got one pick wrong so far. I don't know the result of the game happening right now between the Patriots and Packers, but the final four, it's probably going to be the Rams and Saints, which would be another great matchup after today's game. And then on the AFC side, who wouldn't want to see the Patriots and Chiefs? So I'm going to say right now, Saints-Chiefs. Saints win, Breeze rides off into the sunset with his second and final Super Bowl ring.
So you think Saints Chiefs Super Bowl? You're saying?
I do. There's really not another team on the AFC side right now that can compete with the Chiefs consistently, and that's why the only loss is to the Patriots. But the Patriots, they have some issues. They're not the best every week. Just
Right.
a lot of the week.
Patriots are up 31-17.
Ooh.
Today is not
It
one
was
of the better teams.
17 before I came up here.
It's not now.
Okay. All right. Well, Patriots sound like they're going to win, but that's okay. I hate the Patriots. So.
That check with the refs must have cleared it out.
Way more
For a Patriots home game, I was like, something's not right. And now it all makes sense. That check was just.
Did you play sports?
I did, yeah. In grade school, junior high, high school.
Grade school,
all
okay.
years, yeah. I did football in junior high, but I was the smallest kid in my class, so it was a really rough time for me. And then I tried cross country, some track. I loved baseball, but if you didn't have the money to do summer league, which I didn't, then you pretty much were guaranteed a spot on the JV bench, and that's where I enjoyed a lot of my adolescence.
All right, on the JV bench. All right. Well, guys, check out the Fan Show. Again, follow Richard. Richard, one more time, shout out your social media where people can find you.
Yes, so if you're a Twitter or a Facebook person, then just type in @FanShowOfficial, all one word. It's not official if it's not Fan Show Official. And Instagram, Snapchat, follow along, The Fan Show.
All right,
so you can
guys.
follow me.
Check it out. Give it up for Richard. Thanks for coming out.